Hi, hi, mic check. Hi, hi. My name is Miss Pansari, and I'm from Logics. Today is week 6, and it's time for modeling tip 4. This one is quite basic, but it's really important um, for the model performance. Um, when we create modules, for example, if we have to create a module, um, we start, including the dimensions into the module. The ordering of the dimension plays a pivotal role here. How you in creation of the module and the performance of the model. Let's say if you have to create a module, in this case, let me say I'm going to add, let's say, this dimension, let's say this dimension, employees dimension. I'm going to exclude time. I'm going to bring, let's say, dummy time here. I'm going to say in my line items data, I'm going to pick the line items into the pages, put dummy time in rows. I'm going to put versions in rows. I'm going to put, let's say, subset cost into 1 in here, and I'm going to put line item subset in here, right? And I'm going to call it, let's say, calc ordering. All right, so I'm going to say okay. So this is going to be creating my module in the model. I'm going to hit okay. Now, since I've created this module, now the layout is like this, right? Exactly the way we wanted it. But if you look at the dimension ordering in the backend, how Anaplan remembers these dimensions, let's go to the backend and see how Anaplan remembers these dimensions. So it says starts with dskew, then weeks, then employees, then dummy time, then CC1, and at the end there's a line item subset, right? Sorry, there is CC1, which is your subset list subset, and then at the end it's line item subset, correct? So the dimension ordering, the way this applies to, is coming from your this one. So the dimension ordering is the pages first from left to right. So this will be treated as the first dimension, this second, this third, line item one of the dimensions here, and then it goes to the rows from top to bottom. So dummy time is the fourth one. Version, again, there's an inbuilt, so version will not be in the applies to because it's a native version, so it is going to its own place, which is versions place. So 1, 2, 3, dummy time is 4, and then it goes to the columns from top to bottom again. So fourth and fifth, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I beg your pardon. Yeah, there are 6 different dimensions in here. Now let's check again in the applies to section. Again, if you double click on this one, you'll see dskew first, week second, employees third, dummy time 4, CC1, which is a list subset fifth, and line item subset sixth. So this is the ordering of the dimension. So whenever you as model builder start creating module, make sure that the ordering of this one stays consistent. Now, let's say if there are multiple model builders working on the same model, and it's not possible for you to keep this consistency in your ordering. Then you still will have to sort of make the ordering consistency. Now that the consistency will not be done, that cannot be achieved here. So because since it's a pivot, you cannot do that here. What you need to do is you have to go to the blueprint mode and start, there's an ellipsis or 3 dots here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me click on this and see. There are 3 dots here in the applies to. So we'll have to click on those 3 dots and hit OK. So what you're not supposed to click on anywhere on these dimensions. What this is supposed to do is, once you click OK, what it's going to do is it is going to rearrange your dimensions in the order of the general lists of your model. So if I click OK, you'll see the dummy time will come first, then the weeks, then the DSKU, and then the employees, right? So if I click OK, okay, then the dummy time, weeks, DSKU, employees, CC1, and the last is the line term subset. So this is how you can stay consistent across the model. It cannot happen, or it should not happen, that one model builder has created a module wherein the dummy time is at the third dimension, and the DSKU is the first dimension, and the second module in the second module, right? So it will perform slower than if you do it this way, if you keep the dimension ordering consistent. I understand that when multiple model builders work on the same model, the consistency, it is not consistent. The dimension, the ordering of the dimension does not stay consistent. But if it does happen, then at the end of the day, the senior model builder or the admin or whoever is governing the model has to make sure that all of these dimensions stay consistent by clicking on these three dots and hitting OK. It is going to basically rearrange the dimensions the way it's within the general list. So that marks the end of our week 6. Hope that helps. Thank you so much.